What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE 205 Live Review, the show from April 30th, 2019 in Columbus, Ohio. Your commentators are Vic Joseph, Aiden English, the returning of Nigel McGuinness, and also, which I failed to mention for my last 205 Live review, David Otunga. So, yeah, I forgot to mention David Otunga, who was part of the 205 Live, commentary from last week when I did the review this week. I was trying to catch up with some 205 Live review, episodes and that. So, and the reason why that David Otunga was on commentary last week is because he was filling in for Nigel McGuinness, who was doing some, so-called WWE assignment. So David Otunga ends up being the guy to be there, again to fill in for Nigel McGuinness, and they decided to have him to be there again this week, where this time we got 4 men on commentary: David Otunga, Nigel McGuinness, Vic Joseph, and Aiden English. And what the fuck's going on here? And let me just say this: David Otunga. The reason why I didn't mention his name, basically, not just because I forgot, is because to me he's irrelevant as what pertains to him being a commentator. He doesn't like the world as a commentator, what pertains to him being a talker and all that, and taking the action and everything. He's not a big name in WWE. He's not really a big name in movies, because on commentary, from last week and for this week on 205 Live, he keeps bragging about how he's a movie star and everything. Like, you ain't no movie star. You're not like The Rock. You're not like Hulk Hogan. You're not like any of these other actors, or actresses like Halle Berry, Johnny Depp, Vin Diesel. Which, by the way, fuck Vin Diesel for allowing for having John Cena being part of Fast and Furious 5. Yeah, because that's gonna draw with John Cena being part of Fast and Furious. Get the fuck out of here. The point is, but back to David Otunga. The point is, David Otunga ain't a movie star. I mean, yeah, sure, he's been in some movies like The Call, which is a WWE studio as well. But out of any movies that WWE has done for this generation, in this day and age, basically, The Call is a good movie to watch. Where pertains to Halle Berry and where pertains to Abigail Breslin. Breslin. Breslin, meant to say. Breslin. That's yeah. But yeah. I'm pretty sure I know who Abigail Breslin is. She started her role when she was little, with Mel Gibson, Sign, or I think it's called Signs. I think it was like a horror or type of movie it was, and also with her being Little Miss Sunshine with Steve Carell and and a few others that are well-known actors and actresses. But yeah, David Otunga, he ain't no movie star. He's not lining the world on Hollywood. No one's going to his house or his mansion, whatever you want to say, knocking on his door, say, "Hey, we want you to be in this leading role. We want you to be in this supporting role. We want you to be in this movie and all that." Especially what pertains to a Margaret family funeral, with Tyler Perry. For this year's movie too, by the way. Yeah, no one is clamoring for David Otunga to be in these type of movies. He's been in about what? 4 to 5 movies maybe, and probably like 2 or 3 of them it's not even it's not even known on to everyone's radar. Only 2 movies basically you could say, like, for example, again, The Call with Halle Berry and a Margaret family funeral with Tyler Perry. Other than that, David Otunga ain't shit as a movie star. He's not even on the level of John Cena, and John Cena is not a good actor either. For potential him being doing some movie roles in Hollywood. I'll also say this: he's no. I'll say this though: David Otunga, he's a better actor than John Cena. That's all I gotta say about with that. At least David Otunga knows how to act. unlike fuckboy Buckethead does not know how to act for shit. So, but anyways, I want to get that. I just want to get that away because it annoyed me when David Otunga was saying that he's a movie star and everything. Like, you ain't no movie star. So enough of that. So anyways, onto the show. We get the opening show with Tony Nese, the Cruiserweight champion. He's talking about how he's been fighting since when they first came up with 205 Live, and look where he is now right now being champion, and no one can stop him, and he's on a higher level now, and he calls out his old rival, Drew Gulak, and then Drew Gulak responds to Tony Nese about how they were once at one point friends and everything, and now they're gonna be competing and all that, and basically let Tony Nese know that when you step into the ring with Drew Gulak, you will tap out. Yeah, how that worked out with Humberto Carrillo. Just saying. But yeah, that was the opening introduction of the show. And that ends up being the main event. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. We get the Lucha House. Oh yeah, the Lucha Trash Party. Except Kalisto wasn't there. So, but it still brought the piñata and all that, and he had Kalisto's mask on it too. Basically, Kalisto was doing some charity works. That's why he wasn't there. And then we got the Sin Brothers coming out to look like the Bollywood Boys, or should I say the Bolly Trash Boys. They're saying they've been undefeated since they were on 205 Live. And I'm like saying myself, they only have one match. Like, this is so stupid. And they're back. And they end up going up against Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik at the Lucha Trash Party. And, Samil and Samero and I forgot the other guy's name too. Basically, the Sin Brothers, I guess they're no longer on SmackDown anymore, folks, because Jinder Mahal decided to drop. Oh yeah, Samel and Shamiro, whatever. The Sin Brothers. Basically, they had a match. I didn't care for the match, but Lucha Trash Party won. Moving on. We get Humberto Carrillo being called into the office by Drake Madrick to a fellow general manager about his victory over Drew Gulak, and yeah, tells Humberto Carrillo, to don't take any advice from Drew Gulak in the future, and Humberto Carrillo says he plans on focusing on his life without Drew Gulak. And then Gentleman Jack Gallagher shows up and says, he's not here to cause any trouble. He's just here to he's here to let the Drake Madrick know that he wants to face Humberto Carrillo in a rematch. Once he comes back, from to be clear, because he wasn't medically clear for those days he's been gone. So in 2 weeks' time he'll be medically clear, and he's hoping to face Humberto Carrillo, and he shook hands and all that, and that was it. And basically he says something about Drew Gulak. He's not with Drew Gulak anymore, basically, but he's ends up by saying he's got some unfinished business with Humberto Carrillo, and that's gonna be the match. I'm assuming it's gonna be set for the next 2 weeks, so we'll see. I can't wait to see that too. The rematch between Humberto Carrillo and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. So we get D. Brian Kendrick coming out. He's getting ready to have his match, but all of a sudden Mike Kanellis attacks him from behind, beats him up. Kyoto Sawa comes out for to fight off Mike Kanellis, and then Mike Kanellis ends up escaping into the crowd. Referees, and you got Drake Madrick out there, a whole pull apart and everything, and that was it. So that's gonna be the leading feud between Kyoto Sawa and Mike Kanellis, and it's been announced. Next week, it's gonna be Kyoto Sawa versus Mike Kanellis in a no disqualification match, and I'm assuming that's probably gonna be the main event. So we'll see if that ends up being the main event. We got Art Davari, basically saying something about the he's no more contender of being represents for the Cruiserweight Championship. He cuts a promo about he's been unbeaten since coming back in 2019, and warns Tony Nese and Drew that Drew Gulak is going to teach it's going to tear him apart limb from limb, which is going to be a good advantage for Arya Davari, where it pertains to him become the next new Cruiserweight champion. Main event time. We get a non-title match here between Drew Gulak versus the Cruiserweight champion, Tony Nese. And match itself was pretty good. It was pretty intense. It was back and forth between the two. These guys were so, basically on everything they were doing in the match, countering after countering and everything. Basically, because they know they've been teams before and they've been in factions. They've been in factions before, and basically they also wrestled each other playing tests before. The whole story of these guys know each other so well. They know what to what moves they're gonna do before they can do it, and that's what looked at here too. It was pretty good, back and forth. Like I said, a lot of good storytelling in the match too, and then in the end, Tony Nese goes for the reigning Nese and gets the 3 count in the win, overcoming once again to be in Drew Gulak. And yeah, that was it. And the show ended with Tony Nese standing in the ring, standing tall. Drew Gulak looking on, looking disgusted and everything. And there you go. And Arya Davari was watching, and Arya Davari was watching backstage the entire time on the monitor. And yeah, there you go. And that was the show. Nothing else to say about that. There you go. So yeah, decent show. Tomorrow wrestling, obviously 2 matches. It would have been 3 if D. Brian Ketchuk wasn't attacked by Mike Kanellis from behind, which I'm assuming that was supposed to be the match, if I'm not mistaken. But who knows? But yeah, it was only 2 matches total, And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 5.5 out of 10. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. I'm just saying. Take care.